Hey everyone, just a quick ask before we get into the newscast. If you really like Wake Up, I would love it if you gave us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and drop a quick comment there to let people know about this newscast. It would really help people discover us. All right, on with the news. Wake Up Cincinnati, I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Friday, January 30th. Cincinnati's highest paid city employee is city manager Cheryl Long, whose salary rose to $329,000 last year, up 15% since she took the role in 2022. Long oversees day-to-day operations for more than 6,000 municipal employees. The recent city budget, passed in June, granted at least a 3% pay bump to all employees, with some earning more based on contracts and individual raises. Meanwhile, the city continues to pay 2 police chiefs during an internal investigation. Mayor Aftab Piraval's salary remains at $121,291, well below the top 10 earners. You can read more about this in the Inquirer. Hamilton County commissioners remain divided over when to place a renewal of the Children's Services Levy on the ballot. The levy, which funds state and federally mandated child protection services, expires at year's end. Commission President Stephanie Summerow Dumas favors a November vote to allow more time for public outreach. Commissioner Denise Driehaus supports a May vote, warning of potential competition from other tax measures later in the year. Commissioner Alicia Reese stressed transparency, citing historically low primary turnout. Meanwhile, commissioners approved $35 million in budget shifts to prevent a deficit in the levy fund. Read more about this at WVXU. In the Evanston neighborhood, the owners of the historic Hoffman School are under scrutiny again, this time for alleged illegal dumping. Neighbors and city council members report that trucks have been seen unloading debris at the site, and children are reportedly accessing the building and playing on its roof. Developer Kingsley & Company, led by former Bengals player Chinedum Ndukwe, owns the property and plans to redevelop it into housing. The city has cited the company for code violations, but hasn't issued fines. Council members are now reconsidering future city partnerships with Kingsley. Read more about this at Local 12. Arrigo International, a UK-based developer of autonomous airport ground vehicles, is expanding its U.S. operations with a new research and development site in Cincinnati. The company plans to create 28 high-paying jobs, averaging over $107,000 annually, nearly 50% above the local median income. Ohio has approved a 7-year job creation tax credit to support the move, with additional incentives expected from Jobs Ohio and Ready Cincinnati. Arrigo is already testing its autonomous baggage vehicles at CVG Airport as part of its broader U.S. expansion strategy. Read more about this in the Business Courier. And University of Cincinnati President Neville Pinto is urging students not to confront immigration enforcement agents if they appear on campus, instead encouraging calm documentation and legal advocacy. Pinto made the remarks during a student government meeting yesterday, just hours after a sanctuary campus rally at UC in response to national protests over a fatal ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis. He warned that escalation could put international students at greater risk and said the university has been preparing for potential ICE activity since early last year. No incidents have occurred on campus so far. Read more about this at the university's news record. If you haven't already, do sign up for our free daily newsletter. It's basically this newscast in written form. Go to wakeupcincy.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupcincy. And please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Cincinnati.